Welcome, gamers and geeks, to another D&D session. I'm Anthony, I'm the DM. I run games of Dungeons and Dragons on the Games and Geekery Discord server, and today we're playing City of Gate 2.0. We're on episode 47, I believe. I think, yep, yeah, it'll pop up in a sec. And would you guys like to introduce yourselves, please? Anyone?
Wow, don't everybody jump up at once. Alright.
Yes, it's you!
Go,
Genrilla.
I will be playing Genrilla, the half-elven werebear bard, paladin, rogue, frontline fighting expert.
Cool.
Hello,
Yep.
I'm playing Gwendolyn Darkmoon, rogue fighter extraordinaire, drow rat, and I guess just kill machine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Kiori, Delias, Druid, Cleric.
Mm-hmm.
And that's me.
And what happened last time we played?
Pretty much. We traveled from the City of Gate to the Dwarven lands, talked our way in because they wanted to be stubborn buttheads. We got led down to where the Tarrasque was, cut a hole into its hide, kind of accidentally woke it up, fought it, stole some of its life essence, got to a point where apparently our good friend, the hacker Jester, thought we wouldn't survive. I think we would have.
He tried to offer you an escape. Yes.
Yeah, and he basically got everybody out, and we were able to leave the room before the Tarrasque came back. But then we stepped back in the room and finished off the Tarrasque.
Yeah.
Talked to the.
I believe one of you was in somebody's, within the Tarrasque's belly before Jester rescued you.
There were actually two of us inside the Tarrasque before he popped us out, and a third one on their way,
Mm-hmm.
which was the only way they were going to hurt the third one, because the acid would have hurt.
Yes. It would have.
But yeah. Other than that, I think that. Then we talked to the.
Damn it.
Oh. Wow.
What?
Anyway, sorry. We talked to the dwarves because Genrilla is looking for a set of armor. They said, "Hey, stay the night. Let us see how much damage was done to our stuff, and we'll back to you in the morning." And we went and took a rest. I think Rawlish was drinking with some of the dwarves, talking about stuff, which may explain why he's not here today, because he may not be able to get out of bed.
Quite possibly. Mm-hmm.
Whatnot, and
ladies with beards and all that.
So but yeah, we basically just traveled to the dwarves, talked to them a bit, had a huge ass fight with a ridiculously powerful monster, and went and took a rest because ouch.
Because you needed it. Yes. Yep. So, anything in particular that you'd be doing on your long rest downtime?
I think the major thing was that Gwen and Genrilia were talking about why each one of them took very little damage during the fight.
Yeah.
And also discuss our feelings on Jester.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How did that conversation go?
Well, we both determined we're not really sure what the hell to do about Jester, and the question of how did you not get hurt was answered by Genrilia stripping and turning into a bear.
Fair.
Because
And then
We're
there
bears.
was explained. Yeah. I'm just a rat.
bears would definitely bear form would definitely destroy the armors.
Yes. Although, depends on what it's made from.
Or if it's magically
Enhanced.
stupidly duped. Yeah, enhanced to handle shapeshifting.
Though, let's see. Let's check something. Standard werebear. Any equipment is carrying isn't transformed. It refers. Yeah. So yeah. Unlike other types of shape shifting, your equipment doesn't merge with your new form or anything. So yeah, it would get, if you did happen to be wearing armor, it would get buckled and damaged as you shifted.
I think
So.
the hybrid is still medium sized though. I can look it up. I've got the thing here.
Yeah, but I mean, height-wise, yes, but they're bulky, right? I mean, at least it would make sense in my head that. Oh, okay, actually. Shape changer. The werebear can use its action to polymorph into a large bear humanoid hybrid, or into a large.
Oh.
Bear. So yeah, you become one size larger when you become hybrid.
All the more reason not to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Nifty.
Mm-hmm. So. Kari, anything in particular that you'd be doing? No? Okay then.
Just following.
What did you say?
Just following.
Just following. Okay. So, the next day, the three of you get up and go down to breakfast, and Rollish does not make an appearance.
Oh, Brawlish is okay.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I'm sure he'll show up eventually. I go looking for the dwarves we were talking to the day before.
The miner?
Yeah.
Yep. He's in there having his morning drink. Start the day with an ale.
Of course he is, because why wouldn't he?
Just dwarf.
Because dwarf. So.
What's the state of the damage?
Damage?
To the mines.
Mines are caving in all the time. Nice thing about rock is you can mine through it.
So they can mine out their mines again.
Yep, that's right. We'll just mine out the mines again. Might even find some new deposits that way.
Fair enough.
Adamantium mine. I can get the metal, get my armor made.
I'm sorry, you broke up. What did you say?
Adamantium mine, so that I can get the metal to have my armor made.
You want an you want to you want to mine some adamantine, huh?
Well, I figured it would probably be easier than paying one of you all to do it.
Are you suggesting that you can outmine a dwarf?
Mining contest, mining contest, contest, contest.
You know, your knowledge of rocks is probably your knowledge of stone is probably better. But there's a slight chance that we would match each other blow for blow.
Oh, really? Care to make it interesting?
I don't like the sound of this.
What will you...
What do you have in mind?
Well, tell you what.
Pun.
So, what?
What do you have in mind?
And you said what?
Pun.
Pun. Okay. Oh, mind as in mining, mind. Yes. Yes. Anyway.
Very clever.
Took me too long to figure that out. Okay. If you win, then screw it. I'll hand over the deed to the adamantine mine. If I win, then I take your hand in marriage. Anyone who can outmine me would be good breeding stock.
Are you sure you want to do that, given my lineage?
Meh. Our children will be dwarves. Dwarven genes are strong. Just like us. And he thumps his chest as he says that.
It's not picking you up.
No?
No, we're disconnected.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you and I can't hear them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can hear... Okay. Ellen couldn't hear me, so she thought that I'd lost. So you heard...
No, I can hear you just fine.
So you heard him say dwarvish genes are strong and thumps his chest?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mine's not working.
So are elven genes.
Well, there'll be an easy way to find whether or not which one of us wins on that, won't there? Now, he knocks back, he downs the rest of his ale and stands to his feet. Shall we go see?
It's either this or I pay you or we stand here and negotiate for the next 3 hours about how much we're going to pay.
3 hours? So you like to take it slow?
Well, I was just accounting for the stubbornness of dwarves.
Prefer myself to call it tenacity.
There we go.
Tenacity.
I can hear now.
It's all a matter of perspective, and I will respect your perspective.
Good.
Yeah,
You may want to kneel to get my perspective, though.
I'm not that much taller than.
How tall is Generilla?
I mean, admittedly, she's like 5'8", but dwarves are still like.
He's about
Oh,
4. He's about 4'3". So you're.
Yeah, I still would need to kneel, but I'm not one of the giant.
Yeah.
I'm not one of the taller end.
He's still
humanoid.
You can still appreciate his joke, though, right?
Yes, I can still appreciate his joke.
Okay.
Yeah. If we're gonna do this, I guess the next stop I'm going to need to make is, unless you have a spare one, is a general store to buy a pickaxe.
I can get you a pickaxe.
Because otherwise, it's not going to be very fair.
Certainly won't. Hold on a minute. He takes his pack off his back, rummages around in it a bit. Now there you go. All reliable. First pick I ever used. Let's see you swing with it.
What condition is it in, Anthony?
Well used. Cared for.
But does it look like?
Sorry?
Does it look like it'll still function, or does it look like if I swing it, it's going to break immediately?
It doesn't look like it's going to swing and break immediately, but make a perception check. Or an investigation check, actually, since you'll be scrutinizing it carefully.
Okay.
I assume.
Yes. Not my greatest.
It's serviceable. As good as any human-made pick might be. But it's substandard for a dwarven pickaxe.
Oh well. I guess we go do this.
Hi ho. Off we go.
Shouldn't we check the pickaxes are the same before they start?
He's not showing you his pickaxe.
What's his name?
What's his name?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe you asked him his name yet.
Mr. Dwarf,
Call me Grunther.
can I have a look at your pickaxe?
Now. I don't pull out my pick on the first date.
We just need to make sure it's fair.
Of course it's fair.
Well, you have no problem showing me your pickaxe then?
Roll persuasion.
No, I'm not good at persuasion.
I mean,
+1.
I'm not gonna go. I've got an idea. It's not necessarily going to be the best thing I've got in the world, but I do have an idea.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, when we get down there, I'm going to need one of the other two's help.
12?
All in good time.
I feel like he's giving you a handicap.
Are you suggesting I'm dishonorable?
I think she's suggesting that you just trust outsiders.
Well,
If it is going to be honourable, we need to make sure each pickaxe is the same.
well, it's not the same, is it? Because I gave your half-elven friend, the first pick I ever was given back when I was little, which was, as you can imagine, almost a century ago, and it still swings good as new.
Then why did you change your pickaxe?
I've done fairly well for myself. Got myself a nice one.
So, couldn't we get a nice one? Or
I've only got the one.
could we buy one?
Oh, I'm sure you could. You have to have 100,000 gold on you.
Pardon me, what?
If you would like to get an axe similar to my own, you'd have to part with something close to 100,000. And that's assuming you get the same friendly rates that I got from our local blacksmith. You might not.
Yeah.
What is your pickaxe made out of? Diamonds?
Don't be ridiculous.
It is, isn't it?
Diamonds don't have any flex to them. If you hit the stone just wrong, the crystal will shatter. Nah, it's got to be made of metal.
Well, what metal would be used for a pickaxe?
What sort of mine are we heading to?
It's probably an adamantium pickaxe.
Smart and beautiful, I see.
Well, I guess I'll enjoy your wedding.
Indeed. Let's go.
The metal might be hard, but the rocks aren't.
He's fucking.
Yeah.
He's fucking what?
He's stitching her up.
He's gonna try. But she's got plans of her own, don't you?
Because
Sorry.
have things that are good. If the pickaxe breaks, I've got things that dig too.
If your pickaxe breaks, you've got things that'll dig too. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take the armor off when we get down there.
You're gonna bear it up.
If I have to, yep. I'll go to hybrid form and use my claws as bear claws are freaking ridiculous.
All right. So, the dwarf briskly scales the mountain like it's nothing. And takes you to the entrance of his adamantine mine. I hope you lot can see in the dark.
They definitely want to come.
Don't. Kira, you're a cleric. Don't you have the light cantrip?
What? I do.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's like that. Can I cast light and summon my wildfire spirit?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, I'll do that then.
Yeah, because light's not a concentration spell. It's a duration of 1 hour cast on an object, basically creating a torch.
And summoning the wildfire spirit also isn't concentration. It just uses one of her wild shape uses.
Yeah.
So,
I know. I'm just saying, like, just in case something else comes up.
now the dwarf is going to say, "Be careful with your fiery friend there. I mean, this is an adamantine mine, so we should be safe. But it's not unheard of to be pockets of explosive gas in a mine.
Because he's magic fire, would he still?
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
So you don't mind us watching our friend dig?
I'm assuming that there would have to be some sort of verification, wouldn't there?
True.
And it's always good to have people watching your back when you're working, because mines are not always the safest places.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
That's right.
So one of us go with the dwarf, one of us go with...
Well, all right. He walks to the back of the mine, again, rather briskly, until you're at the face of rock at the far end of it. We're gonna fork. I'll take this side, you go that side.
Okie dokie.
We'll be at it for an hour.
Can you give me about 5 minutes before we start?
Sure, if you want to have 5 minutes first.
I need the time and the help to doff this heavy armor.
Suit yourself.
Would of you two kindly help me out of this armor?
I can probably count.
Sure.
Now, mind you, my armor currently is not. It's the heaviest of the medium armors. It is half the weight of its usual stuff because it's made of mithril.
He begins assembling a strange contraption from his pack.
What you making?
You'll see.
It's gonna be like a tunnel borer, isn't it?
Sorry, what?
It's gonna be like a tunnel borer, isn't it?
In theory, he has a drill.
Of course he does. But he still doesn't necessarily know exactly where it's at.
Sorry, what?
One, as in, he may have something that makes it faster, but I'm going to hopefully be able to locate the actual pockets.
What do you mean, the actual pocket?
Because, unless I'm mistaken, it's not like it's going to be 100% adamantium throughout the wall.
Right.
You need to find the veins and
you need to find a vein. You need to find a vein. This is true.
Locate object, adamantium.
Ah. Clever. Okay.
Reasons I'm more than just a paladin.
Aha.
Although that is one of my paladin spells, so yeah. But yeah, as soon as I get the armor off and whatnot, I will do that, and then I guess we'll start the digging.
Mm-hmm. He puts the final touches to his little machine, which sure enough does have a strange spiral contraption on the front of it. Ready?
Alright. Ready.
He flips a switch, the nose cone begins spinning, and this machine begins plowing through the rock.
Of course it does. What do you want me to roll?
Athletics check. Oh, actually, you're using a pickaxe. So what will have it? Basically, a pickaxe. Yeah, a pickaxe is basically battle axe, except it does, of course, piercing slash bludgeoning slash piercing. So it'll do 1d10 plus your strength modifier of damage, and you can roll to hit like you would with any other strength-based weapon.
Or, in other words, because it's not magical in the way, shape, or form. Let's say with my athletics.
Yeah, you can. It's D20 plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
I could be slightly mean.
Go on.
I could try and sabotage
The machine?
machine.
What do you have in mind?
If I had Druidcraft, I could, if it's got any wood bits, I could make it grow slightly so it moves out of order, and therefore it doesn't work. Would that be?
You don't see any wooden components on it. In fact, if any of you would like to make well, General is going to be a little busy, but if Gwyn or Kiori would like to make an Arcana check to see if they recognize its construction.
I don't need to do anything.
Gwyn, this is a gnomish-made device.
I thought doors
Is
had
it-
those.
Is this a...
No, the dwarves don't need.
Is this a versatile weapon, Anthony, or is this a two-handed weapon?
It's versatile, so you can switch between
I'm
attacking.
going to do the D.
Why?
I'm going to do the... Would you believe because I'd actually get more bonus damage?
Okay.
Because if I wield it one-handed, I can use my dueling.
Right. Yes, you can. Okay. So, stone. So, in order to do... Go on.
Go ahead and talk.
I was trying to. Where were we? I haven't actually got to the section I want to quote yet anyway. So what were you going to say?
I was going to assume the 22 hit the stone.
Yes, that's what I was about to tell you. Stone has an AC of 17. But of course, it's a rock face, so you'll have to do damage to it too, to actually break it down.
Right.
Okay.
Given I know which direction I'm going to find the deposit in my area.
Mm-hmm.
We'll keep.
So,
I've got a really stupid question down the road if I think I'm going to lose other things.
the dwarf ducks into the borehole that the machine has made, while you're still, chipping away at the surface.
This isn't exactly fair, but whatever.
That's why he was so confident.
Nope.
Nope, that doesn't even do damage.
Looks like it's gonna be a dwarf ride.
Hey, did the drill look like it had light on it?
What do you mean?
Like I was asking, like, is it just drill or? This is probably a stupid question, but dwarves have dark vision, correct?
Dwarves have dark vision, yeah.
Yep.
I have an idea.
There we go.
to get rid of that drill.
Oh yeah? What you thinking?
Ghost walk.
Okay.
Wait, no, I would have to go out of it to then like grab it. So never mind.
Yeah, you'd have to materialize within the vicinity of it. Preferably not in front of it unless you want to get drilled through.
Is there?
Yeah, and then he would be able to see me. So yeah, never mind. I was thinking of like be able to just ghost away, but nah.
Well, if you want to see what the dwarf is doing, it may help you refine this plan.
Okay, I'll I guess sneak.
Mm-hmm. Look into his borehole.
I don't think she's seen.
Mm-mm.
30.
So,
Yeah, no one can see me.
the dwarf seems to be feeling around the surface of the rock that's been exposed, looking for cracks, and sticking, well, items that look like small candles into the cracks.
Just every time he, I guess, walks away, I'll just take it.
Okay.
I know what that is. Presumably. He's not cheating.
He's not cheating. He's using tried and trusted dwarven mining techniques.
That's why I said any more than Yuri has been. I'm taking that dynamite.
I'm taking the dynamite. Okay, Kiori, what are you up to?
Is there anything I can help with? I mean, I could earthquake.
You could. While he's trapped in there.
That sounds mean. I meant just like to open the wall for.
Oh. Do any of you have the spell Shatter?
No.
No.
Well.
How is fire with stone?
Fire with stone, not so much.
Okay.
Fire with stone that has little sticks of dynamite stuck in it, however. Dynamite that has been acquired by Gwyn.
Stealthily going back.
So. Exploding.
Yes.
Fudge.
What?
I'm thinking I'm going to need to do something, which I don't want to do.
Question. My zombie is basically a laser. Could I laser through the stone?
You're gonna try and cutting laser. Okay.
Would that work?
If you can do enough damage to the rock first, yeah.
Okay.
Gwyn, what was that 26 for?
Just be stealthing back to the party.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say, I have an idea. Do you know in Minecraft where like you just like line up all the dynamite in line and then like activate it?
Yes. TNT.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work that way with real dynamite. You pretty much have to have a fused line going from it could, to
No, I
each
mean
stick.
like. Yeah, that's fair.
But of course, you don't need a fuse line if you're just going to throw fire at it.
Yeah.
The problem with the idea of using dynamite to ignite other dynamite is that a percussive wave, the blast might knock the dynamite out of the way before it gets hot enough to ignite. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's true.
Sacred Flame ignites stuff, doesn't?
Sacred Flame is radiant.
Hmm.
But your little fire friend...
Yeah. He is not.
He is not.
That would work.
Your Sunbeam can do quite a bit of radiant damage. If you wanted to.
Would that work?
Only one way to find out. I mean, Stone's going to have a pretty high con save.
Mm.
Okay. This thing's making me mad.
What are you thinking of?
Alright, because I'm attacking the wall, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I know this is gonna slow me down because I'm not gonna get to actually swing at it for 6 seconds or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to go ahead and because I'm having trouble hitting it sometimes, I'm going to go ahead and channel Divinity, Sacred Weapon, giving me the +5 to hit and technically turning my magical.
Mm-hmm.
And on that same turn, because that's not a spell, I'm going to bonus action use one of my smites. I'm going to act thunderous smite.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then on my next chance to swing, I'm going to swing. And hope. Oh, I should be doing this twice because I get 2 attacks. Ha ha.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Alright. Let's see what this does.
Tell me, Will.
Well,
Both of those hit.
those are both hit.
Yep.
So.
I'll turn that radio down. Excuse me.
Yep. How much damage you do to the rogue face?
Plus 2d6 thunder.
It's all messed up. Like,
I don't know what it'll do. I don't know what its thing's gonna do, but I'm really, really mad. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pump my divine smite into it.
Uh-huh.
So that would be 10d8. Not 18. That's wrong. Come on, man. Don't be cheating. I know the dwarf is, but I'm not. I don't mean to hit the wrong keys when I'm typing.
80. Nice. You do. You blow a layer of rock off the face.
Heading straight for the
Yeah.
the deposit in my area because of locate object.
Yeah. Yeah. You still need to get through several more layers of rock to get to that one, though.
That's fine. I feel better though.
The dwarf puts his head out of the tunnel. Blimey! Impressive. Still not keeping up with me, though. Excuse me, I've got well, for this next bit, you ladies might want to stand clear. And he goes outside and comes back in with a reel of cord and ducks back into his tunnel.
does he notice the dynamite's been stolen?
He's about to.
Blimey. Okay. Let me know when you want me to roll again, Anthony.
Yep, keep rolling to hit.
Okay.
Where the... Excuse me, ladies, do any of you happen to have seen any explosives?
No. I didn't think we were
No.
using explosives. I thought it was pickaxes versus pickaxes.
We're mining.
And I'm not lying because I actually haven't seen the
Yes, you haven't seen them.
Well, appreciate that. We can use stuff to help you out then.
To learn running out of first level spell slots, I just assume I'm going to keep casting Thunder within my thing.
Did you say that Sunbeam would work?
Sorry?
Did you say that Sunbeam would work?
I'm saying it might work.
Okay.
If you have anything that involves rolling to hit, it might be more effective.
Scorching Ray. Earth Tremor?
Mm-hmm.
What does Earth Tremor do?
This is where, like, no. It's... Boost.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to help you. In fact, that might be
No.
disastrous.
Yeah. I could do it in the Dwarven, Tim.
You could. 84. So as another loud boom knocks another layer of rock. Are you quite sure that you haven't seen any explosives?
Definitely, this is an explosive.
Yeah. He's using the power of God.
Of God, huh?
Or God as whatever religion you worship. Jin.
Well, I suppose there is a time and place for sorcery.
You seem to be using sorcery with your wee machine.
He gathers up the fuse wire and tosses it to one side. Yes, the gnomes of Sprocketon are quite ingenious. Of course, it's made from the adamantine that I traded with them.
Generella got a crit.
Sorry?
Generella got a crit.
Nice.
Yep. Gonna be a big one. Though I'm quickly using up spell slots here, but that's okay. I don't want to marry a dwarf. God.
Roll the damage. Oh, surprisingly not as high as I expected.
Well, because it was the second hit, I couldn't crit the Thunderous Smite because it's on the first connection.
But you could have critted the Divine Smite?
I did, but I'm out of the ones that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm out of the ones that do 5, so I had to. I'm on which is why.
I'm gone again.
But nevertheless, there is a loud thunderous boom as usual. And another layer of rock comes off. And you hear a "Ah!" from inside the dwarf's tunnel.
You okay, mate?
Rock in the ceiling came loose. I'm fine. Ugh. Any of you got a splint or something?
Splint, what have you done? Shall I go and see what he's done?
Can you fit in there?
If I crouch, maybe.
You're gonna crawl in on your hands and knees?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see?
have light cast.
Aha. Okay. So you get up to the dwarf, and you find him on his front with a small boulder on one of his legs.
Can I get the boulder off his leg?
You'd have to reach over him.
I have long arms.
True, but I'm thinking more of the space in the tunnel. It's a 5 foot circumference. Is it 5 foot? Not circumference. Radius.
5 foot radius.
Diameter. It's pretty tight. You can hear the machine chugging away beyond. A small purplish glow coming from the radiator at the back.
Oh, it's a life glass thing. Right. Would I be able to reach over him?
You could. It's going to be a squeeze. Do you have any way of making the tunnel around you bigger, or making yourself smaller?
I could wash it myself.
You could indeed.
What is small but strong and isn't an ant?
Small but strong and isn't an ant.
Mastiff?
I don't know if there is anything that will do what you need.
What can you change up to? CR1, right?
I think so.
Mule. Mule is actually stronger than a Mastiff, but not by much. Black Bear is a little stronger, also medium-sized.
We do black bear. Then I can, like, move the boulder off and carry him out.
Alternatively, since he's bleeding out, you're going to need to tie that limb off, probably.
Right. I mean, a bear could do that.
You're probably better off having it be a tight squeeze and do a medicine check.
Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah. That's 9.
Okay. Good. Yeah. The leg is fucked.
Right.
He's going to need either a prosthetic or it's going to have to be regrown at a temple. So the best thing you could do is put a tourniquet on it and get him out of there.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Do you have something in your gear that you could use?
Have I got like bandages or rope?
Yeah. Length of rope and do it.
Yeah, I'll do rope.
Okay. He, of course, is protesting that he's fine the whole time.
Mate,
It's just a scratch, it's fine.
You're bleeding out. Shut it.
Nonsense. I've had worse.
How many of me do you see?
Just the one, I think. It's getting dark.
Yeah, I need to get you out. Come on.
Strength, athletics, pull him out of there.
Maybe we're going to go healing state.
Athletics. Plus 10.
Wow. I hope we don't fight later today because I have used
Yeah.
every
You hear him.
all the
You hear the dwarf scream as the few bits of sinew and meat that are still attached, rip.
Do you guys need help in there?
We're fine.
Are you sure?
Yep. He got his leg trapped under a boulder and I've had to pull him out.
Did you amputate the leg first?
The boulder kind of already did that.
Yeah.
But yes, you can tell.
That's fair.
When she wriggles out with the dwarf, you see that he's got one leg intact. He's a little beaten up and scraped from being dragged. But his right leg stops about halfway up the thigh.
Yeah, that's...
And there's a rope
Yeah, that's
tied
big.
off just above
Ouch.
the tattered wound.
Aye.
Well, my dear, I think I may have to resume our contest some other time. I appear to have injured myself a little.
Let's get you to one of your healers. Come on.
Nonsense, it'll be fine.
You're missing a whole fucking leg! Shut up!
I'll go get your robot.
Careful, it's got life glass in it.
Oh, it's shielded, don't worry. You know about life glass?
Yes.
You know quite a bit about a lot of things. I'm going to go ahead and keep digging till I get the adamantium I need for my armor. And be lucky I'm not calling the contest in my favor because you're unable to finish today.
I shall take it as a sign of your affection. I'm feeling a little bit unsteady on my feet here.
Carry him out.
God.
Clearly it hasn't quite clicked with him that he's only got 1 foot. So you're taken down. Yeah.
Dear heavens.
You're eventually you're going to be.
Yeah.
You're going to get to it.
Alright, I'm just going to stop rolling then because...
Yeah, you may as well because it's not a competition anymore.
Did I cause the rock to fall on him by accident?
It's possible.
Or was he just being
No,
careless?
It was the thunderous smite. Yeah.
Because he was definitely he was giving himself every advantage under the sun. So
Speaking of which, there is a boring machine available to you now. If Gwen can figure out how to turn it off and reverse it out of the hole.
Yeah. But for my, I guess 20, when I rolled to figure out what it is, whether I know what the where the off button is.
Do another investigation check once you get down the tunnel.
That 6 turns into a 10. Because we're viable talents.
She's sleeping with me.
thank you.
I was about to say the same thing. So if you're going to keep asking us questions, jump in the chat. For fuck's sake. Anyway.
Yeah.
He's gonna.
He's driving! He's driving well? You're driving well.
Off Discord.
Kind of. Alright, well, don't get caught. You're now confessing to a crime, live, technically. Fucking hell, Cyro.
Butter.
Why are you texting and driving?
Texting and driving is not... Yeah, anyway.
Anywho, moving on.
Continue.
Yes. Okay. So, Gwen, yeah, you do an investigation, you roll a 20, you figure out the controls, and you put it in reverse.
Okay. Okay, I step out of the way, didn't put it in reverse so I don't get my legs chopped off.
Yeah, you don't want to get run over by this thing.
I guess I'll just start making the reverse beeping sounds, but with my mouth.
Beep, beep.
Yeah, one of the things you'll notice about gnomish technology, they don't really do safety. In fact, they like to show off the gears and pulleys and machinery. That's why build intricate machinery unless you can see it, right? So yeah.
So you don't put your hands anywhere.
Yeah, that's not like a fingered hazard.
Ah,
So anyway, you get the machine out of the dwarf's little tunnel. Are you going to point it in the direction that Genrilla is mining and give her a helping hand?
Yeah. Janrilla, you might want to get out of the way.
You're going to put it back in drive?
Until, I know Janrilla's out of the way.
yeah, just keep going in that direction. You'll find a major deposit.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Now, make an insight check. Or actually, no, make a nature check for me, please, Genrilla, regarding that.
Nature check.
Nature. Because it's about the nature of rock versus metal and whether or not you'd figured something out.
Okay. I had to double check this.
You're a D20 plus 10. No, that's Kiori. Never mind.
No, I'm a D20 plus.
7. God, no. Yeah, there we go.
Ooh, nice.
20. Yeah. Okay, you realize that maybe pointing the machine directly at a vein of metal might be bad.
Just to the. So she'll point just to the side of it, so like it goes parallel.
Yeah, so it exposes the vein without actually hitting it. Yeah.
Yep.
That might fuck up your drill bit, you know?
Yeah.
Put in drive.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
So now you can sit back and wait while the machine does the work. In the meantime...
Have I found a dwarven healer?
Yeah, you're gonna look around for a temple, or...
Anywhere that'll fix his leg
Okay.
and not leave him dead.
Okay.
But not the Cherokee if he's here. Or something of that ilk.
Sorry?
Not the Cherokee or something of that ilk if he's here.
No, the Cherugian's not here.
Okay.
But there are smiths.
I asked him where the nearest healer is for Grandthor, did you say?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll take him.
I can carry him.
Nah, I mean, I'll fix him up. Give him a nice new leg.
Okay. I guess he's in no shape to answer if he wants this or not.
Yeah, he's going. Has anyone told you that you would look magnificent with a beard?
You might need to get a healer in for his pain, though.
You don't know dwarves, do you?
Well, considering he's a dwarf and he screamed, I think it's probably quite bad.
Yeah, screaming's part of it. Gets hair on your chest. Come on, Gunth.
Are they gonna give him like lead poisoning or something?
No. Oh, Delta. I think I may have eaten something that disagreed with me. I'm not feeling too good. Come on. Do you leave? Do you leave him with Delthor, the smith?
I'm half thinking I should to go check on the other guys, but I also
Go back to
want to make sure that he gets better. So I might follow the dwarf for now.
Okay.
There is a chance. I'm not there, but
There is a chance what?
maybe look around the Maybe look around the place real quick. See if you see anything unusual.
Around the smiths?
Yeah, because it could very well double as something else.
Do you want to have a look around the smithy as you're...
Sure. +9. Oh.
12. Okay, so you see the standard smith tools, you know, the forge, the anvil, the hammer, and all that stuff. You also see a leather working section, and the wares that are on display are not just construction. Yeah, he's got like leather workers' aprons, and he's got tools available for sale. A couple of items of weapons and armor, but that's clearly not his main line of work. You also see some interesting machinery in the form of exosuits and mechanical limbs. Your passive insight tells you that this man's an artificer. You might have some forge cleric there too, but...
Wasn't thinking about artificer.
He begins sewing up the tattered pieces of flesh, cutting away he has Grunth bite down on a bit of wood while he's removes the more damaged pieces of flesh, and even saws off the broken end of bone, and sews up the stump, seals it by cauterizing it, and then finds him a nice new leg to put on the stump. Of course, the whole time Grunth is not making pleasant sounds at all. In fact, he's gripping the edges of the table quite fiercely. But he's gritting his teeth through it. He's not trying to run away. And when he's all done fitting the leg, strapping it in place, he gives him a swig of healing potion.
At least he gets some healing potion then.
What?
At least he gets some sort of pain relief thing.
Mm-hmm. All done. Good as new. Oh, thanks, Deltha. Hey, is this gnomish? Yeah, pretty nifty, right? Got it in trade.
You guys do a lot of trading with gnomes then, don't you?
Yeah. You guys not from around here? You know?
I'm from Gate.
Gate. Have you been to Coal City?
No, I don't think I have.
It's the big walled city that's in the middle of the plains out there.
Yeah, no, I don't think I have. I was mostly mountains and...
I don't think you've been there yet, no. Coal City used to be a trading post. Well, it still kind of is. We're still where we go to meet up with the dwarves, with the gnomes, whenever we've got something they want. You see, you may have noticed that we dwarves are kind of proud and we like to keep to ourselves, and we usually don't allow outsiders.
I really had no idea.
The gnomes are a little bit picky about who gets to come up to their flying city called Sprocketon too. They're rather proud of it. But they think of us dwarves as heavy-handed, and they think we're going to break everything. Doesn't help that everything up there is way too small for us. So we'd meet in the middle. Coal City kind of sprang up around us.
Kind of like how Gate came up with the Gate then.
Yeah. Originally we were trading coal and picking up their weapons and tools in exchange. As time went on, their tools got more sophisticated, and so did the power sources we could provide them in exchange. And the materials, of course. Can't build anything without metal and stone.
No.
Well, I suggest you get a long rest before you get up to anything else. Yeah, that might be for the best, and I'd like to walk around on this new leg for a bit and break it in. Yeah. Thanks for bringing him to me.
That's alright.
You can settle up with me later. Oh, I see. Not feeling charitable today. Pfft. Make me less of a dwarf if I did. Yeah, good point.
So I don't need to pay, he needs to pay, doesn't he?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm making sure.
So, are you heading back to the mine?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything in particular that Generilla and Gwyn are talking about or doing while the
Paramedic.
Molebot is mining away and Kiori is not present?
Not really, except for, wow, even though I'm not having to do as much, I'm really glad I shucked that armor. It would have been extremely hot and hard to maneuver the pickaxe wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When I guess like Waiting would have turned her armor into to basically like a hoodie and like sweatpants. Yes.
You've made the glamoured studded leather armor into hoodie and sweatpants.
Yes.
All right.
That's a neat trick. My armor is a little heavier than that. Plus, I kind of like showing off my armors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this armor is a kind of a enhanced version of the Glimmered armor.
Ah, yes, I've heard of such. That's a little light for what I tend to do. Unfortunately, the armor I'll be having will make me go clunk clunk, unlike my other one that was whispered quiet. But it has other benefits. It has other benefits that will prove useful if we run across people with enhanced weaponry.
Yeah, that's fair. We each have armor that fits best for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, what do you think we should do after this? Like, besides, I guess, like, getting your armor and stuff.
I suspect we'll just get the armor made, and then we'll head back to so that I can have the other item made, and then possibly use the tunnels to get inside Havana. Or if any of you have anywhere else you want to look at real quick, I wouldn't be totally opposed to seeing if there's anyone else around who can augment my army, so that when on the rare occasions that I might actually have to shapeshift, I don't bust my armor.
Maybe you should have your armor, like, probably cost a little extra, but, like, have it where you can inject yourself out of it quickly.
Or even have it be sort of telescopic, where it, expands with you.
I was thinking of I had an idea if we made it into Coal City, what I might do. It depends on what's around at this time frame, but yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll see what's going on. Yeah. Otherwise, no. But we're definitely getting out of here before the dwarf gets well and challenges me again, because I really don't want to marry him.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna work out well.
Are you racist?
No, I'm pretty sure that the rest of the people like me are not going to like it if I suddenly pop out another one unannounced.
And it's got a beard.
Because I'm pretty sure it would pop out as a werebear.
or a shifter.
Ooh, good point.
I don't think he's going to be happy with whatever pops out, because it could literally be a lot less dwarf than he wants, and that would make him very mad. He'd be much better off finding a good or husband or whatever. I'm not going to judge if he goes every direction. Maybe I could introduce him to a nice mountain goat.
I don't think his seed is quite that strong. I don't think he could actually.
If we get the goat, we just do some makeup on it to make it have a very big beard.
Are we going to Thor and Loki this up?
I'm just messing around. But no, I think he would be much better off finding a good dwarf and not chasing after me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Curie.
Yep.
By the time you get back up to the mine, there are probably at least a couple of good adamantine veins exposed, which Generilla can take her pick to.
I will do so. Wanting me to roll this, or?
Nah, it's just gonna take time. Unless, of course, you want to speed things up with that dynamite that Gwendolyn pocketed.
Why was the dwarf talking about dynamite? Or not dynamite, explosives.
Gwen just, I guess, pulled out a row of it out of her bag.
Looking like a string of firecrackers.
I'm strong and all, but this is going to wear my arms and back out. Let's use what he brought.
Yep.
Okay.
Everybody step back.
So, when you saw how he used it, right?
Yeah, just drilling like a hole and then like putting the dynamite into the hole.
Into the crack. Yep. And
I'll go do that.
And then connect up the fuses.
Yep.
And
Go outside to the firing mechanism.
Which he most likely left, so it'd be outside.
Mm-hmm.
or
At least
you
the
know,
little side tunnel.
walk away and I can presto the fuse.
This is also true. Just spark, boom.
Because that would be like lighting a candle.
Yeah, but the problem is, in order for this to be effective, you want to ignite all of them at once, right?
I thought we were using the I thought we
Oh.
had his.
You're still tying up the fuses together. Okay, cool. Then yes, you can.
But instead of like having to find a mechanism or whatever to do it,
Mm-hmm.
as we're walking away, I'll just presto and
Boom. So, yep. Boom. Cloud of dust to powder. Yeah, clouds of powdered stone roll out. And there is a big heaping pile of rubble and adamantine ore.
gathering up as much as we can.
Mm-hmm. Now, it's kind of bulky. How do you want to carry it down?
Let me see what I've got going on here.
I'll go and see if like a previous person left like a cart. In the tunnel way. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Look around.
I'm gonna dump the useless junk out of my chest and fill it with ore.
What was the useless junk?
Case, map, or scroll. So basically, I have an empty.
You have a scroll case or a map case, yeah.
Ink, pen, a lamp, a flask of oil,
Okay.
one sheet of paper, a vial of perfume, some sealing wax, and soap.
Some of the others may be able to put some of that they might want to keep into their backpacks.
Yeah, it's weird.
Does anyone want any soap, perfume, sealing wax, paper, oil, lamp, ink, or a scroll case that's full of scribblings? That's me.
Oil?
You want the oil?
Yes.
2 flasks of oil. Do you want the oil lamp too, or are you leaving the lamp?
I'll take the oil lamp too.
Okay.
I guess I'll take the ink and paper.
Nice.
And how deadly do you think a bar of soap can be?
How what?
Deadly a bar of soap can be?
Depends on how you use it.
Okay, I'll take this up as well.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to remove these from my character sheet because, yeah.
Yep. So now you've got adamantine ore, lots of it, in your chest, which you carry around. So-
whenever. That instead of like a bag or something, I have a freaking chest.
Mm-hmm. Which I imagine, with your strength being 19, that you just have this chest, like, you have this chest, like, swung over your shoulder. You just hold on to one handle as you balance it on your shoulder, and it just hangs over your back.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna head down to one of the blacksmiths and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Kyori can easily take you to the blacksmiths that she already met.
Yep. Okay.
Where I'm assuming you're going to request that he smelt and reforge.
Yeah, I'm gonna request that it's melted and forged into a suit of adamantium full plate that I still can't bloody wear yet, but I'm getting closer.
Where'd you get this all from?
Me and the dwarf were having a competition. He fell out. I finished the job.
Oh. You're the reason his leg got messed up, eh?
He wanted my hand in marriage.
And you took his leg? No.
I didn't actually take it, per se. He was in one corridor, I was in another. I did not directly drop a rock on him.
So, a rock crushed his leg? Yeah, that kind of tracks with the injury I saw. Alright. So, I'm assuming, since he lost, you're taking him for all you can get, right?
I want to say that he lost, but I also kind of feel bad that it was due to some freak cave accident.
Freak cave accident. Cave-ins happen all the time. It's a
thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take him for his whole mine.
Why not? You wouldn't. That was the deal, right?
It was the deal. The mine or my hand in marriage.
All right. So I guess the only way to not take his mine.
Ew. Yeah. Never mind. Ugh.
Don't like beers.
I have one. That's not the problem. I just think he would be much happier with a dwarven woman.
Suit yourself. He looks at you again, puzzled, because he doesn't see a beard.
Eesh. Okay, let me roll the 50%.
Sorry?
The belt of dwarven kind has a 50% chance of forcing you if you're capable of growing a beard. I believe. Yeah. Each day at dawn of growing a beard, so you decide which way is which, and I will roll the D100.
Probably
D-
low is
D2.
beard. Low is beard, higher is not.
Sure. Oh, I guess today it didn't grow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, darn. You're right. Today, the belt did not force me to grow a beard.
Oh. Dwarven craftsmanship. Very nice.
Yeah. Now, cost and time to forge this into full plate.
That depends. Usually the time and the costs are inversely proportional, if you know what I'm saying.
The more I pay, the faster it's done.
That's right.
Okay, well, let's start at a baseline price and see how much or how it stacks up from there.
All right. And how much is your baseline price?
Well, what do I know about stuff, Anthony?
What do you know about stuff?
Yeah, like I assume I have an idea of the price of full plate.
Oh,
What
yeah.
do I know about the? What do I know about the price of doing it adamantium wise?
I imagine you know that this is going to be expensive.
Yeah, I'm thinking it.
But you have to try and persuade him to give you a good deal.
Yes, I can do that in a minute. I'm trying to make sure that, like, do you want to add 500 or 800 to the cost of full plate?
How much did I say? Because the adamantine armor, if I remember correctly, is uncommon, yes?
Yes, it and mithril are both uncommon.
Yep, okay. So, you know that an uncommon magic item with your... your history's not the best, but it's okay. That uncommon magic items can range between just over 100 to up to 500 gold pieces if the merchant is charging fairly.
Okay. So, let's see.
What number do you think he has in his head?
I'm guessing he's probably got like at least 20. Well, hold on. What was the? Sorry, Anthony. I was trying to do something else. You said price what is
between just over 100 up to 500 would be a fair price range for an uncommon magic item. And like you said, the cost of plate armor itself
is 15, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, 1,500.
So I'm thinking he's thinking at least. This being a dwarf, he's probably thinking 25.
Okay. So what are you going to offer him?
I'm going to offer him the standard 2,000.
You're going to
for
offer him $2,000?
Yeah.
See you in a week then.
Okay. I know how haggling works.
Oh, do you?
How much for? I don't even know if you can. How much for 2 days, in your mind?
You want to get this done in 2 days, eh? Express job.
Is it possible?
Oh, yeah, it's possible. Let's call it 5.
All right. Let me see. 3.
That'll be about 5 days.
Okay. Can I? God. I don't have the skill set to do it.
You're the body one.
I know. I would love to make a persuasion rule, as opposed to trying to find the right words and come up with a fair price and a quick time.
Go on then.
I do love the fact that I have that belt.
Very nice. Okay. He eventually offers to do it in 3 days for 3 grand.
Okay. So that would be 300 platinum.
300 platinum. Yeah.
Yep. So I will hand him 300 platinum pieces.
Oh, shiny. Alright. Hand over the ore. I'll get it smelted and worked and have you the suit of armor. Now, I am going to have to measure you up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright, so if you wouldn't mind stepping into my office here.
She will follow him, because, yeah, armor needs to be sized out right.
Yeah, it needs to fit you.
Yep, there's no nefarious things behind this.
No, he's doing this very professionally. He's not paying attention to. He's measuring like he would a piece of wood before whittling it. You know, this is strictly professional. Though he does ask you some questions like, is there going to be any variation? You're not a druid or anything, are you?
I'm not a druid, but there potentially could be variations. But I was going to see about finding a magical person to deal with that.
Really? So you don't want a suit of armor that would mechanically expand to fit your needs? I mean, obviously the protection's going to be a little bit less if you double in size, because essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a suit that's made of multiple layers of plating that slide over each other. When you're medium-sized, when you're assuming this is the smallest you go.
This is the smallest thing, but I get bigger.
Alright. So I'll use these measurements to make the standard armor. If you increase in mass, the plates should slide over one another to allow you greater capacity. But it will, as I said, be a little less protective. Should still be better than being naked though, right?
As I said, I don't intend to get bigger very often, because it's not something I like to show off.
Suit yourself. But Strength shouldn't be something you should be ashamed of.
It's not that I'm ashamed of it. It's that none of us like to show off.
I guess your elf side isn't very strong. He winks.
Probably not.
Okay. He's going to start tinkering on your armor. Well, first he's going to start smelting the adamantine.
Yay! How long did that took most of the day, didn't it?
The mining? Oh, hell yeah. It's probably about 2-3 in the afternoon by now. You might want to eat, drink.
Yep. Let's find something to eat, ladies. Maybe get a drink, and then we're gonna be here a couple of days while the armor's forged. Hope that's okay.
No, I'm good. And I agree about the eating.
Still got to wait for Roldish to emerge anyway.
Yeah.
So, you're going back to the same tavern?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Eating and drinking, merrymaking, anything in particular that you want to discuss or play while you're eating?
I don't have that one, so I can't force them to let me play at the tavern.
What's that?
I said I don't have that background, so I can't force them to let me play at the tavern.
Oh, you mean you don't have the entertainer background?
Yeah.
When I meant play, I meant like bar games, possibly drinking games.
I will actually take on, and without cheating because I'm almost out of spell slots. I will take on a couple of dwarves in a drinking game. Sure.
And you have resistance to poison as well, so it'll be a pretty close match.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, what do Kiori and Gwendolyn do as Genrilla teeters on the edge of alcoholism?
Swindling games.
Swindling games. Okay.
Like, I'll ask the barkeep for 3 glasses that basically like 3 mugs.
Yeah.
As in, like, use like a ball bearing or.
Yeah, you've got
I like
plenty of
the
ball
little
bearings.
marble.
Yeah. 3 cups or 4?
Does it matter?
Okay. So there's a variation of this where you have 3 containers out on display, and you show the people that there is a ball under each one.
Yeah.
And then you move the cups around, and with your left hand you shake 2 of them to show that there's no ball under that one, and then with your right hand you shake the 3rd one to show that the ball is under that one. Move them around a little bit more, and then have them guess which one the ball is under. However, the ball's not under any of them. There is a 4th cup with the ball in it in your sleeve. So when you shake your right arm, That's what they're hearing.
I guess they're just 3 cups.
You're just gonna do 3? Okay.
Yeah, to make it seem like there's a better chance.
Okay. And you're still going to drop the ball off the edge of the table into your hand while you're moving the cups around, right?
Yeah. I'll like, do sleight of hand.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah.
7 turns to a 10. Reliable talent.
Which makes it a
27.
27.
Yeah. Only the most sharp-eyed of dwarves are gonna notice that you're scamming them. All right. Kiari, what would you be up to?
Drinking my mead and jotting down ideas for new potions.
Jotting down potion ideas as you're drinking mead?
Yep.
Okay. So
I can't really do any skullduggery.
Skullduggery?
I stick out too much.
And you're a druid cleric,
Yep.
not a rogue. But you could do some arm wrestling competitions, or
Oh, sure. I do have good strength. But then so do dwarves.
play toss the dwarf.
Punt the dwarf.
Kick the baby!
All gone.
Sorry?
All gone.
Oh god.
Sense.
Sorry?
Sense.
So, roll a D100 to see how much money you make between the 3 of you. Somebody.
Devontae's on it.
Got it.
46 gold pieces.
That's not bad.
Aye.
That's 46 divided by 3.
Gwyn rolled as well and got 8. let's make
Get that roll.
let's make the 46 be the one that counts, eh?
Yeah, that's fair.
So, 15.3 recurring.
46 over 3. About 15 gold pieces each. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So I am
Nice.
22,000.
Before I stand up after having drank with the dwarves, because I know what happens when you play drink with the dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
It's just to make good and sure that I'm not going to have issues. I am going to use 5 points of lay on hands to neutralize whatever poison I may have picked up.
Okay then.
Because to heck with that noise.
Never hurts to be safe.
Yeah, it never hurts to be paranoid.
I would disagree, but okay. Boop-a-doop-a-doo.
And then we go take a long rest, I assume.
Yeah. And if it's not quite sleeping time, you can read or
Yeah, we'll
do some other
find
like
ways to.
practice some stuff that you would like to improve your skills at. You know,
Mhm.
your proficiency with certain weapons and stuff, if you wish. Okay. So. The night passes once again without incident. It's peaceful in the mountains. Curie in particular finds it very cozy.
Because it's so small.
Well, that and you are a mountain dweller, like living in the mountains is in your blood, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, anything in particular that you'd be doing the next morning?
I guess I'll have Gwendolyn just be working out.
Okay.
Just doing push-ups, sit-ups, and squats, and I guess... yeah.
Alright.
Just exercising. Okay.
I'm going to go down, since I'm the only one that, I believe I'm the only one that speaks Dwarven.
Yeah, I don't.
Most of the dwarves can speak common as well.
I know they can speak common, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be speaking common
Right.
to each other in the
Also true.
in the tavern. So, blah 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 blah. In the common room of the tavern. Gee, man, Christmas! If I could learn to talk, that would be absolutely wonderful. And I'm just going to listen to conversations, listening for, I guess, things we can go do while we wait here in the mountains.
What are we waiting for exactly?
Well, for Rollish to come out of the bedroom that he was in, and also for Genrilla's adamantine plate armor to be completed. That's what you are currently waiting for.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Mm-hmm. Now, you don't technically have to stay in the Dwarven lands. You could explore some of the surrounding countryside. You could take a trip to Coal City and check that out. You could wander into the desert if you wish. Or you could explore the rest of the mountains and check out some of the other dwarven cities in the Crown.
Well, we don't mind that, do we?
I'm good with whatever anybody else wants to do.
Is there anything we need to do?
Well,
apart from wait for Rollish, we don't have any like quests or anything at the moment, do we?
No, your main quest was to gather Tarrasque juice.
Which we did, but since we were in the Dwarven Mountains, where, adamantine is mostly found, Genrilla took the opportunity to grab some to have new armor made.
Do a little side quest of her own, yeah. Now,
Which we wouldn't have done if we were, literally in the area.
Mm-hmm. Now, things that Kiori might want to do would be to harvest some of the mountain herbs that are unique to the Dwarven lands, or even the meadows around it and the nearby woods. Mm-hmm. Gwyn, well, there's always plenty to steal. And you could even turn ratty and see if there's anything thriving community of rats within the dwarven cities.
I was gonna say maybe like there's a job, like bounty hunter
You want to see
related stuff. Like say if there's anyone that just bounty hunter related stuff that's within town, I guess. Or within the crown.
Are you going to ask the tavern keeper? Or where are you going to go looking?
I believe that is actually a background feature.
Right. But you don't...
I don't have one, so I'll just ask the shopkeeper. Barkeeper.
You don't just know where the bounties are kept in a land you've never been to before, right?
Yes, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just...
So you need to figure out where that is.
Yeah.
So, though I will, because that's bounty keeper is Baldur's Gate, isn't it? Bounty hunter. Nope, I was wrong. Okay, where is Bounty Hunter from? Is it South Coast Adventures?
It's under the Urban Bounty Hunter.
Okay. There it is, yeah.
Yep.
Ear to the ground. You're in frequent contact with people in the segment of society that your chosen quarries move through. These people might be associated with the criminal underworld, the rough and tumble folk of the streets, or members of high society. This connection comes in the form of a contact in any city you visit, a person who provides information about the people and places of the local area. So, if you want to see if there's any rogue contacts in the neighborhood, you'd be looking for thief marks. You'd be looking for symbols that, part of the thieves' cant language that indicates that somebody is a member of the guild and has work available for you. As for highborn contacts, they tend to send for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
They'll have been told for you and you'll be brought to them. Whilst a bartender always knows the goss, you know?
Yeah.
So what do you want to do?
I guess go to the barkeeper.
And ask him what?
Is there any jobs?
What kind
Jobs
of jobs?
available?
What kind of jobs?
How about any high-paying ones?
I mean, within what field?
If there's a criminal that's currently hiding or needs to be killed,
Well, the dwarves have their own way of dealing with people who are a menace to society. And we usually deal with our grudges ourselves. But I hear there's quite a lot of criminality in Coal City, if you want to check there.
Thank you for the info.
You're welcome.
And I guess go back to the others. To see if they, are we staying in the Dwarven land or we, going to go out.
We can carry on and leave a message for Rollish to know where we are.
As long as we come back in a couple of days so I can pick up my armor. That's all. That's all
Yeah.
that matters.
Kind of.
Pick up your armor and Rollish in a couple of days.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I will probably take about half a day to collect up some herbs and maybe put them in like pots.
Yeah, your little herbalism kit.
Yeah, make them like, and see if I can get like seeds so I can plant them.
Yeah. Alright.
Sounds good.
So if you're okay with her killing the morning doing that?
Yeah.
See, that's good. She goes. Makes sense for her.
As she's out gathering herbs, a dwarf with a new mechanical leg says, Lady Generilla, I believe we have a contest to finish.
No.
You concede, then?
Go talk to your blacksmith friend who declared me the winner.
Did he now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he won't be getting any more adamantine from me.
Well, seeing as the mine is mine, as per our agreement, you're absolutely right about that.
Well, I suppose that is technically correct. I don't suppose that you would consider my proposal anyway.
No, thank you.
That
Good
way
dwarf.
I can still manage your mine for you, as your loving husband.
No, I'm afraid not.
Then how about as your employee?
That might be doable.
Excellent. I'll have a contract written up.
I'll have a look over it once you do, and make negotiations from there.
May it last, he says, winking as he finishes ale and walks out.
Some people just don't take no for an answer.
Gwendolyn says in Elvish while whispering, "Do you want me to try and steal some of his stuff for you?"
No.
Pretty sure I could. I'm pretty sure I can get his leg.
No.
I'm pretty sure I can get his leg.
That is beyond rude and unnecessary. He may be love struck, but he doesn't deserve to be. I've given him enough of a blow as it is, having taken his mind from him. We don't need to embarrass him further. Okay, still not weird. Cool. Just because I don't want to marry the man does not mean I want to see him hopping around on one leg because somebody stole his other one. Oh, dear God.
Okay. Just thought I ask.
I sort of appreciate the sentiment, but yeah, no, that's beyond the scope of things I can allow to have. That I can allow to happen.
Okay. So yeah, when Kiori returns with her pockets full of flowers. What are you going to do?
I suppose we get in our cart and we head towards the gates to outside and then to Coal City? I don't know.
You want to go to
Where
Coal
are we
City?
headed? Where are we headed, ladies?
Or do you want to explore the area around Coal City first before going into the dense metropolis?
Coal City, I think we wanted to go to, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there are gates at each of the cardinal points around the city. North, south, east and west. The west gate would be the one that's closest to the Dwarven lands.
I guess we're going in the West Gate.
Alrighty. Unsurprisingly, this sector of town, as you come through the fortified gate and see the guards nodding at you, you see that there's quite a lot of taverns in this part of the city.
Because this would be the gate.
Go on.
Because this would be the gate that the dwarves would come through the most often, and they would be immediately looking for a place to get an ale.
Yeah, exactly. One of the oldest and largest and clearly wealthiest of which is simply called The Tavern.
Simplicity and
As if there is no other.
okie dokie.
All right.
Well, what do we want to do here, ladies?
Now, you might things that strike you as different. The houses are cleaner, the people are cleaner, the streets are cleaner, and there is an actual guard presence that feel protective rather than oppressive. You know?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Yeah. They're protective. They're good people.
So, do you continue on your way to the town centre?
Sure.
Okay. So you see a variety of shops, including a butcher's, a bookshop, a music store, a couple of different places that seem to be selling magic items of various kinds. There's the market stall selling various trinkets and street foods. And there's also a very loud and opinionated young man talking about how the beast folk are dragging down the city. That if we don't get rid of them, they will bring ruin to our streets. The slaves should remain in the mines, not in our homes, etc., etc.
I really want to go up and debate this guy.
We can try.
Look! See this goblin walking boldly through town? How dare he! Get back to the sewers and clean the filth like you're supposed to.
I so wish I had a mop and a bucket. I'd give it to this guy and be like, "You will clean the filth in the sewers, you arrogant prick."
Gwen, you have your mask on, correct?
Yeah. Mask and hood since it's, I imagine, like, it's a lot more
Yeah.
daytime.
Yeah, so there's no way that he would know looking at you that you were a drow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So instead, he's gonna pick on... Lo, the Giantkin! The Rock Lifters! What right do they have to be in our city? He says, looking right at Curie.
Can I walk over to him and pick him up and put him outside the city?
Depends. Do you think you can...
Sir? What did you say about my friend?
Your friends? Ha.
Yes.
Begone, beast folk lover.
Sir, one, she's not a beast folk. She's Goliath, so that's different. Two,
Her ancestors rotted with giants. That makes her less than noble. That makes her unrefined. That makes her filthy and repugnant. And she does not belong in our city.
I know it's not gonna work because I know this guy probably isn't anything weird, but I'm gonna hope beyond hope he is. God, I wish he was undead or fiend. I'm gonna pop off a use of my divine sense.
He's human.
Yeah, I know he's human. I was hoping. So I was hoping so I'd have something to. I was hoping I'd have something from his past for him. But what makes you so much better than anybody else? Just because you were born a certain way, you blah blah blah. I'm too old to think about what the hell I'm gonna argue on.
You should know as well as I do, my half-elven sister, that we are the noble races. We are smarter, we are better, and we have subjugated these lesser races because we are their betters. And now we allow them to live in our homes and our streets.
Hold on. You said what now? Do you know the first thing about being a half-elf? I fit in neither one of the societies, and one of them hates me a hell of a lot more than the other. So I would sit down and shut up before I run you through. Well, probably not run you through. That would be that would be illegal, and that would be bad. So
You all heard her. She threatened me.
I was actually threatening you. I threatened you, but yeah.
Thing is, nobility is the way you present yourself, and you, sir, are not presenting yourself in a noble light.
Nobility is in our blood, and you would know that if you weren't filthy.
My noble father's a jackass. You kind of remind me of him. Only you don't have pointy ears.
I do not.
Hey, I have an idea. Why don't we have a competition between you and me, as a fellow human, to stand up against my friends who you've insulted to see who's better in combat?
I don't need to play games to prove that I am superior.
Are you sure? Because, like, I imagine you probably look a lot better if you, like, show, like, how me being friends with them is lesser.
Why do you hide your face? Are you an orc under there?
Sir, I am 5'1".
A goblin,
Do
perhaps?
I look like I can be orc size?
Why are you hiding your face?
Can I pick him up and just chuck him outside?
Let's make a strength check. Athletics.
Oh no.
No, because...
You're gonna try and stop her.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to grab her if I see her going with them.
Yeah, grabbing might work, because, yeah, you're strong too, but I was thinking you'd use persuasion, but...
Okay, we'll try to persuade her that this is a bad idea.
Okay. Roll it. 28. Yeah, you're not going to be able to refute that. That's a pretty solid argument right there. You're going to get yourself arrested if you start picking people up and throw them around.
We can't really. We just got here. We can't really afford to get ourselves arrested or severely looked at by the guards. Maybe we just ignore this idiot and move on.
Resorting to acts of violence and brutality are only going to prove his point. You know?
That too.
Yeah. Because you got a 28, that would be part of your argument. You know? Yes, you quietly grumble. Quietly summon a horde of rats to pester him.
Horde of rats and wildfire spirit.
And your wildfire spirit. Wildfire spirit is a bit more obviously magical, but if 16 rats show up and start just
gnawing at him,
nipping at his heels. Sorry?
Yeah, they're just gonna go all over him.
Ah! Get him off!
I guess you're dirty now, because rats love dirty people.
he's just running and screaming right now.
So,
help me! Go on.
Can I? I assume he had a small crowd.
Very small, barely anybody was stopping to listen to him.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to counter his thing either through performance or persuasion.
Performance. So what sort of thing would you be proclaiming?
Mostly that they should consider people based on the merit of their character over their birth and the general nice things that people should really do instead of thinking they're superior and all that.
It doesn't matter whether you have fur or scales, if your skin is green or brown or red, everyone is the same.
Yeah, and good people are good people and bad people are bad people. Doesn't matter.
Yes. 19?
Ooh. Not my greatest job, but still, not bad.
Mm-hmm. Nevertheless, you do seem to have drawn the attention of the elf. Well, a couple of elves actually. One who runs like a magic trinket shop, who seems to be smiling and nodding at your words. However, the manager of the bookshop looks disgusted by your words.
Can I send some rats after him too?
The bookshop owner is a high elf, if I am correct.
Oh yeah.
I'm guessing probably not high elf for the other. I have a feeling I know what the other one is really, but
she does appear to be a high elf, but she's
I am suspicious of that one because high elf would hate me almost instantly for being half elven.
Yeah. So her reaction is that's why I pointed it out.
So the one I'm Yep, I expected that from you. And over there, I'm not actually pointing at the book. I take note of the book. Like, I expected that out of you. That's unusual. I want to go talk to you later.
The guards enter the square.
I'm gonna stop, and unless they are coming directly at us with malice in their eyes, I'm going to move on.
You! Stop there!
Yes.
We've had reports you were disturbing the peace.
How are we disturbing the peace any more than the loudmouth before us?
You were spreading misinformation.
So was he.
No, we were spreading accurate information. He was spreading misinformation.
I'm afraid you'll have to come with me to the guardhouse.
Why is speaking the truth suddenly illegal?
Look, we're just following up on reports that there was some half-elf in the middle of town spouting nonsense about beast folk being equal.
Because they are. Now you're going to tell me who says otherwise.
What do you mean, who says otherwise? It's common knowledge. Now, come on.
Common knowledge from whose point of view? Please,
What are you
elaborate. As I am trying to persuade them into.
Yes, we will
putting this.
be more than content to explain to you outsiders the right way of things at the guardhouse.
Go to the guardhouse.
You don't want to be making a scene, do you?
Not making a scene, you're making a scene.
Come on, quietly,
The scene, not us.
or will consider yourselves resisting arrest.
Is there anything odd about these guards?
There's no beast folk among them.
Well, I know. I figured that much, but
Do you still have your detection up?
I do not. I'm about ready. If I think, what do I want to do? Because I don't necessarily want to waste a thing. I don't want to. Can I insight to see if I can to get some sort of clue about their demeanor? Like,
at the moment, they're aggressive.
Yeah, I know that.
They're about ready to kick your ass unless you come along quietly. Or try.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to walk with them, because I don't want to do this in the middle of the town square.
Mm-hmm.
But can I...
Do the rest of you agree that that's a better idea than just kicking their ass right here?
Can I cast Detect Magic as we're walking?
Sure. Ellen, are you still playing?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think?
I just want to pound these fuckers, but...
You can tell that Genrilia really wants to pound them too, but she's looking around at where you guys are at and like, she's just shaking her head like, bad idea, not here, not here, not here.
I'm assuming you... Well, actually, what's your passive perception? Each?
Mine is a 27.
Okay, so you know where Gwyn is because you rolled a 22 for your sneak, right?
Yes, she did. No, she rolled a 27 because she can't roll less than a 27.
Yeah, this is true.
So we're even, but
yeah,
I believe.
Yeah, I just disappeared.
I believe I still
Okay.
see this meeting beating. None. I don't know which way it works.
I have an idea.
You'd see it. Go on.
You know my little horde of rats?
Yeah, that you summoned.
Could I send them back to us now?
You can drop concentration whenever you want.
Now what I'm thinking is, if it's best to disappear,
Right, so just distract the guards with the rats and then fuck off.
or become a rat when the pack comes over,
Yeah,
and then start gnawing on them.
you can wild shift into a rat and
And that leaves just me.
yes. Gwyn can shape change into a giant rat. Yeah.
Then she's hiding from them, so it doesn't really.
Are you doing that? Are you calling the rats back?
Yeah, I'm gonna call the rats back, and then once they're distracting the guards, wild shape into a rat and
Okay.
start attacking nipping at the guard.
No, the guards are gonna be stamping and hacking at the rats with their swords as best they can, right?
And then that will give our friend generally a time to get away.
I will then attempt to stealth my happy butt away. Because why not? Although I will be watching the guards and their weapons and as they attack the rats.
These are standard guards, spears and shields.
Okay. So no flares of anything
No fire.
iffy.
In fact, the way that they are being injured by the rats would certainly indicate that these are mere mortals.
Iffy. But yeah. So I'm not going to waste any of my stuff, and I will, with my 20, try to slip through the shadows or whatnot.
Do you follow in your squeaky little rat form? Boop. Neat. Okay, where are you guys going now? Are you heading back the way you came? Are you traveling further east? Are you heading north, south? Where are you going?
Squeaker, squeak, squeaky, squeak, squeak, squeak.
I am going to head, because I assume I can see them from here. I am going to head towards the temples,
Okay.
where I will use my where I can use my background to acquire sanctuary.
Yes. So, Den, you can't get me. I'm safe. So, and your temple is which?
I am a follower of Palor.
Okay. Yep, that would be one of the major ones. You'd see it really pretty much right away. One of the bigger temples. In fact, that's probably why you need to go in that direction. You'd probably see the big, like, golden sun sculpture towering over the rest of the city. You know?
Damn.
You're not having the kebab, Toby.
Now that you are safely in the temple district, are you all returning to your humanoid forms?
I'm gonna stay in rat form for a bit,
Okay.
because I'm a fucking Goliath.
Mm-hmm. Gwyn?
I've been in my humanoid for the whole time. I've just been sneaking.
Fair. Alright.
I'm like chittering angrily about the guards.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Squeak, 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 squeak. Back to her.
My horde is going like, yes.
So the entire pack of rats is still with you? Yeah. Apart from the ones that got squished, of course. You know that they would probably... They were supposed to stay behind as a distraction, weren't they?
Yeah, but I can call them back once they disappear, can't I?
Yeah, you could resummon them, I suppose. That would drop another 3rd level spell slot.
I don't really use many.
Okay.
I'll probably not resummon
it. That might be a little bit conspicuous. One rat might go unnoticed. An entire pack? Different story. So anyway, you're heading into the Temple of Pelor?
Yes, because I want to ask the priest how we allow this to...
It is very brightly lit in there. Gwyn?
And me.
Yeah, she's like in pain.
Oh, fudge. Yeah. And
I am shielding
you really...
as well.
Sorry?
Sun God, don't know what you guys expect.
I know exactly what to expect with this new armor. Doesn't like light.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna head towards the priests and ask them if they agree with the city's mindset or if they are more enlightened members of the church, at least in private.
Which side of the argument are you on yourself?
I am on the side that the sun touches everybody equally.
This is good. This is good. However, there is something you should know about certain members of the beastfolk race. Many of them come from a land where they believe the sun and Pelor to be evil.
Can I unwild shape and say that's bullshit?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna unwild shape and say that's bullshit.
You have been there?
Wait now, hold on, Kiri, let's hear them out, because I have heard...
I'm pretty sure my god doesn't give a shit
About who worships him, and he doesn't think everyone is fucking evil who is beastfolk.
That is not what I said.
He said that the... Go ahead, sir, sorry.
I was saying that the people of that land worship entities they believe to be the old gods. Now we, a more noble and enlightened race, can see more clearly that what they're worshipping are actually demons and demon lords.
What bullshit has been fed to you?
It's the findings of the explorers.
The explorers? Who are the explorers?
Are you not well read?
I am, but apparently not in the same text as you.
Well, some of the more eminent scholars and explorers have travelled to the Pride Lands and even brought specimens back for further study, and found them to be a fairly ruthless and aggressive and far less intellectual breed of creature.
And you said it goes to all beastfolk, apparently.
Well, in my experience, it seems to be mostly those of fur and scale that fall into that category mostly.
Are you sure it's just not, they don't
You shoot
like, you know how like they're not as technologically advanced, and not because they're less primitive. It's just
A different type of intelligence?
several of us go into the poorer parts of town to try and enlighten the beast folk who live there. Feel free to walk among them yourselves and make your own observations of their behaviors and attitudes.
Question. Have they been made to live there?
How do you mean?
Because you're saying it's the poorer part of town. So why is it the beast folk are becoming the poorer part of town?
That's what they can afford.
I don't believe that.
If they're just starting to get their freedom, as the gentleman in the middle of town claimed them to be slaves before, they probably don't have enough money to move into anything nicer yet. So,
Slaves.
my question is, how would we feel if a group of people came to our land, started throwing us in cages, drug us off to some other land, and used us as slaves?
Oh, I'm sure those of you, the people who have been preyed upon by the orcs or the drow, would be able to tell you all about that.
If they did. So what jobs can the beast folk get around here?
What's the what?
What jobs can beast folk get around here? Are they open to all jobs, or they only got certain jobs?
Well, as I said before, they tend to be less intellectually competent than the noble races. So therefore, they tend to take on the jobs that are more suited to their increased strength and aggression.
So you basically force them into slavery again then? Okay.
They're not forced. They take the jobs willingly.
Forced willingly, more like.
Western. Have they been able to gain? Are they able to gain access to school and other higher education?
If they so wish, yes, there is a school on the south side of town.
Does it cost money?
And is it the only school in the city?
I'm not sure. Of course, each of the temples have their own system of education. Anyone is welcome to become an acolyte of a temple and rise through the ranks. And then, of course, you have the guilds, which all have their own manner of education. The school provides a much more general and non-specific.
Basically brainwashing. Okay.
Education.
Curious getting
You're,
angry at these people.
Your giant servant is getting a little bit riled up.
I am not a servant.
Oh, aren't you?
No, I am a shopkeeper actually. A very successful one.
How on earth did you get a merchant's license?
Well, she's a shopkeeper in the city of...
In the city of Gate. Ah, that explains it.
Not that this should matter where it is. The fact of the matter is, she does own a shop, and she's also a cleric of ours.
I'm sorry, what?
She is a cleric in service to Paylor, as indicated by her holy symbol.
I am so sorry. I just assumed you'd stolen that.
I hope the Light of Paylor smites you down for your assumptions.
Clearly, I am getting the light shone in my face as we speak. This is quite enlightening. Are you, So I take it that you were an acolyte and were taught the benedictions and catechisms of our faith?
Yep.
Actually,
monastery.
Yeah, true. Very well. So, as a member of our temple, you were, of course, welcome to stay within our temple and make use of our beds and our baths, of course, if you feel the need. Though you may find it a little. You may find our bathtubs a little small, I'm afraid. Is your masked associate also?
Unfortunately, no.
Well, they're a member of your entourage, nevertheless. Yes.
Yes.
Very well. Well, may the light of Palor shine on all of us.
Indeed, Father. Indeed.
I'm gonna like draw myself to my full height. And
No.
like tower.
Oh. Now.
Way are the baths, ma'am?
Sorry, what?
Which way are the baths?
This way. I can show you to the living quarters. And the mess hall, etc. And our library, if you want to update yourself on the latest
Definitely have a look at the library.
information.
Grant me patience, because if you grant me strength, it's gonna get up.
Alright, so you're shown around the place. You get to see your, cells. Small rooms with a bed each. And the library. And the mess hall.
Safe.
Does Paler have
And
an animal?
it's still a safe place to sleep.
Does Palo have a what now?
Sacred animal.
I don't think so off the top of my head, but let's have a look.
Eagle.
Eagle. Alright, cool.
I could
That
fuck
would
with
make
his
sense.
head even more.
Sorry?
I could fuck with his head even more.
Can you fly yet? Oh yes, you can.
I could change it to an eagle
You could indeed.
with like light shining down on me.
Where would you, how would you get the light to shine down on you?
I have the light cantrip.
Yeah, light cantrip generally.
And because my armor and stuff would meld with me when I wild shape, if I cast it on a piece of armor,
Yeah,
it would stay.
so it shine from you. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. That works.
I could so fuck on his
This
head.
is gonna be so fun.
That's a little evil, but okay.
Let's call it eye-opening and enlightening. Like I'll do my like clerical duties, pray, turn into an eagle, and the light would shine down from me,
Shine out from you, yeah.
so they can see exactly.
So are you going to
Appeal.
approach the altar and pray and become an eagle? A
Yes.
shiny eagle? Alright. You hear several gasps. And, praise Palor!
Dear.
What?
Somebody's in a.
I need sunglasses.
Jin really is going. Somebody's in a mood.
Of course, the light shining from you won't be as obvious compared to the, big golden shiny orb that's hanging from the ceiling.
But then they see me not shining. They see me slowly shine as I pray, and then I turn into a sacred animal, which is an eagle.
Yes. Very cool. What would Ginrilla and Gwendolyn be doing during this?
I'm muttering about people in moods and messing with, religious leaders of their own following. And
I imagine Gwendolyn is trying to keep the facade of her not being a drow, but even with all the sun, it's more or less just like blinding her.
You're probably probably gonna have to walk around with one hand on Genrilla's shoulder.
Yeah, I moved away from them to the altar, so it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but still, the big shiny orb, even before you did anything else, is it's basically sunlight. It's the light of Palor.
Is there a way to hybrid wild shape?
Not yet. There are no rules for that in D&D. That is something, however, I would like to introduce in my own game setting.
Because I'm thinking, you know how sometimes in your films where you have somebody praying to a god and the image of the god overlays the person?
Well, I imagine that you would slowly transform, not in a way that looks painful, but in a way that looks graceful, Like you open your arms and they become wings, and then your body shifts into that of a... Yeah. So it would be a gentle transition rather than Goliath Eagle.
And then I drop the wild shape as soon as I finish praying.
Okay.
Now, a library, you said?
Yes. Yes. Quite. Right this way. Did you feel anything while you were praying?
Just a light of Palor.
I see.
What? He was a dick!
no, Janine's laughing because she's like, priest. They don't stop to think.
Nope.
They're used to this, but they're so
blinded by their faith. They see what they believe they want to,
see what they believe they are going to see. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And this is the first step into making them more inclusive.
Yeah, you've got quite a culture to alter here, I'm afraid.
That's why I'm starting with the Temple of Palor.
Yeah. But yes, they show you around the library, and he points you in particular to the volumes of books that are that deal with studies of beast folk in their natural habitats, and how they adapt, and the separate volumes to how they adapt to life in Skelbany, etc. And how to get the most out of your beast folk and stuff like that.
All right-wing propaganda, basically.
All right-wing propaganda. And you know how sometimes publishers have a little symbol on the spine of their books? The symbol on the spine of these books is a knight standing over a wounded serpentine dragon.
Yeah, fucking Wormsbane. Hate Wormsbane.
I want to find these people. And I want to. Yes, I do.
I could fuck with them even more.
What you thinking of?
Hold the book, read it, make it burst into flames. Palor does not agree with this.
Oh no.
The sacred texts! No.
Maybe I'll leave that for a bit.
Yeah, this isn't sacred. It's just... why did you do that?
It was me as Palo.
That's sacrilege. You used a spell. You had to.
Nope.
Roll deception, Curie. Or somebody else. Maybe you could try to deceive him on her behalf.
I'll do it.
Do I get advantage because they already think I'm like a favourite of Palo?
It lowers the DC, but he's begin like.
Yeah. It was, yeah. I probably shouldn't have done that. Is someone helping me? Gwen's doing it.
Who's rolling?
Honestly, I think, as much as I hate to say it, I think she has to. Because I don't think my oath will let me do it.
Alright. D20 plus 1 then. With advantage because I'm sure. Well. Yeah. Gwyn would at least would have you back, right?
Yeah.
It's not that I don't want to have her back, but
Yeah.
devotion can't really lie.
Oh no.
So despite, don't you believe what you see with your own eyes sort of thing, I cannot believe that Paylor would destroy a book for any reason. Knowledge is enlightening.
It is also suffocating. Especially when you get the wrong information. If someone is feeding you false information all the time, it then gets stuck in your brain. You then see it all the time, so your brain then changes and sees the false information as the right information.
But these are respected scholars of their field. What right do you have to say that their information is false?
Because, well, has it been peer reviewed?
Peer reviewed, as in by other respected explorers and.
That are not part of this organization?
No, why would any other organizations be respected? I mean, I suppose there's the Cartographers Guild, but...
How does one learn through one occasionally question that which they have been told?
But what we have been told is verified in countless volumes.
By one group, as you said.
Well, yes, they're all published by the same publishers, but they're all written by different writers.
But one publisher who has probably funded all the expeditions, sent all their own people, so they can control the narrative.
You're suggesting there's some kind of conspiracy against the beast folk.
People are biased.
Why would anybody bother?
So that they can bring them in the land and use them as manual labor, and no one
will give a fuck.
No one will give it a second glance.
So you're...
It's no different than me going out and buying an ox to work a farm.
Right, but we don't...
Yeah, but what about the drow?
Sorry?
In their culture, isn't it like say that men are inferior and that anyone else besides the drow or lesser beings?
Well, perhaps amongst the drow the men are inferior. How am I to know? I'm not a drow.
I can tell you from experience they're not.
A woman is a woman. A person is a person. If you are intelligent enough to speak.
If you're
And
intelligent, if you're intelligent enough to what?
Speak. You should be treated equally.
Some of them barely speak at all, except in their own strange, nonsensical language.
They haven't been given the tools to learn, have they?
Nonsensical language, like, you know, as she will go through Celestial, Draconic, Dwarven, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Well, of course you know multiple languages. You're of the nobler races.
I also go through my ones as well, including Druidic.
And you were raised within the Temple of Pelor. You've been given an advantage that these beast folk have not.
So why are we not as... What's the proper word? Subjects of Pelor?
Sorry?
Subjects of Pelor? Not but subjects of Pelor.
Believers in... I'm not sure.
Represented.
As we're all equal under Pelor?
No. Then
As
why are we, as representatives of Pelor, who stands for enlightenment and knowledge, not giving them the tools they need?
We do the best we can. We go into their... We go into their part of town and preach the word of Pelor and hope to convert them and educate them. And
Have you thought about maybe not doing it through scripture and through preaching?
But the light of Pelor will guide them to the true path. You know this.
I do, and also some people need help to find the light. They may be in a dark place where they have had no light. They
And-
see a tiny little speck. They try to follow it, but they need additional light to follow the one they were looking for.
But if they continue to believe in and worship their own twisted, dark gods, then they'll never find the light.
Okay. I think I've had enough philosophical conversation.
Yeah.
We're just getting started.
If you want to continue debating the priest, by all means.
Yeah, probably will. I'm not very philosophical myself, so.
You
I
can,
mean,
you can do religion,
I can-
contested religion checks if you want. You do have a +10 to your religion.
True.
What are you saying there, Generala?
I mean, I might. While she talks with this guy, I might want her off in a quick performance or persuasion or religion roll with some of the others to see if I can get them questioning their thing on my way to my room.
You're going to try and preach to the preachers.
I mean, that's the I'm a warrior of Pelor, but the kind of bard I think I am is more like the is more of the preachy bard than like the singy dance.
It does make sense. So yeah, stand up at the altar and give your best speech on how the light of Pelor touches all. D20 plus 17.
Okay. Making sure I don't have anything that I can use to.
Boost it. Guidance.
I don't have guidance, and I don't have enhanceability on this one. So yeah, it's going to be the D20 plus 17. All right.
You can't inspire yourself, can you?
No. I think there's a type of word that I can, but
What did you say, hon?
Could I give advantage with my religion skill?
You're not there. 19! That's pretty low for you. But
Yeah.
All right.
She's also road weary and really not trying to fully convince them yet. Just kind of trying to get
Sow the
their own
seeds.
point. Yep.
That's what I'm doing too.
Okay. And while the preachers are distracted with Kiori and Genrilla, Gwyn, are you just going to steal everything that's gold?
No.
Okay.
Because I know that's really wrong. So, Gwen is just going. Hey, question: is the baths just like public baths, or are they like single room baths?
It's a tin bathtub that we place by the fire and fill with hot water.
You know what I mean? Like, can't other people like?
Oh, it's available for everyone to use it. Yes.
Yeah, but is there like a door I can lock?
Oh. No.
Like, is it public or?
The fireplace, the easiest fireplace to use is probably the one in the kitchens. So along with the easiest access to water also.
Okay. I guess as I'm going, I'll just take all the towels.
All the towels?
Yeah, and just start making like a, I guess like a toga, but made of towels along with just a hood and cloak out of towels to just hide myself while I'm bathing. Just all the towels in general, just to hide myself.
How are you going to hide yourself from the kitchen stuff? Unless, of course, you know...
Unless I go along with her and, like, ask them to leave.
You can...
I mean, if you're worried about dirty or whatever, I can just presto.
No, it's more for relaxation.
Yeah,
that's a little bit difficult to relax when you're worried about people noticing that you're a drow, though, isn't it?
I mean, I could.
Never mind. Do you guys mind if I just steal stuff?
I'm not going to be able to. I'm busy preaching, so I'm not going to be able to stop you. You are primarily a rogue.
I'm looking to see if they have any... what's the word I'm looking for? My words are gone tonight.
Gold?
No. Reputable books on herbs and stuff? Because it's a different...
Oh, you're looking... Yes. The books on herbs seem largely unbiased, though all of them seem to be written by humans, elves, or halflings.
I'm gonna start writing my own fucking herbal book and dispatch it to the beast folk first so they actually can get the help they need if needed. Because these fuckers won't do anything for them.
Not yet. We stand a chance of changing their mind if we spend enough time doing it, but we do. Many. Whether we want to try to help Coal City first, or if we want to try to help Gate first.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
Both
think-
city are crummy.
To be honest, I think we might have a better chance with Coal City than Gate. We're just
Yes.
gonna be revolutionaries and go around all the world and fix all the wrongs.
At least try to.
Because that's what heroes do.
Yeah.
All right.
So, do you want me to do a roll to see how filthy I am when I'm coming, I guess, stealing from these people?
Well, what are you gonna? Are you trying to pick their pockets? Are you looking around for gold idols, and or portraits, or are you going to steal some of the books? I mean, what are you going to aim for, and what do you think would be that you wouldn't necessarily get caught for immediately.
I'm gonna do the full Herald of Andraste shit on this stuff.
Herald of Eldraste.
Andraste, yeah.
Andraste.
Dragon Age.
Yeah. You're gonna have a mark you can barely control.
What do you guys suggest?
I'm feeling I know what would be the easiest and less, at least, alien of them.
You've gone into the Matrix again.
Yeah, can't figure out what you just said.
I said I have a feeling I know what would be the easiest and most likely to have a lot of them floating around, and that would be golden holy symbols.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be like a whole room dedicated to golden holy symbols or something.
Well, there's a golden sun hanging in every cell. There's probably even a spare sun on a chain in every dresser in each cell. And of course the book, but, the Book of Palo. The Words of Radiance.
Are they actually the proper Words of Radiance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Though, if you want to spend time reading it.
I will. To make sure that it is actually the right shit. And not monkey pod shit. Which is masquerading as the proper Words of Palo.
Even if the book's written right, does not mean that it's not misinterpreted.
It could easily be misinterpreted, but there are. I would make an investigation check.
Investigation?
You're a plus 4.
That's not too bad.
Are you reading the books too, Gwyn?
Sure.
Okay. So, Kerry, it seems on a as you're skimming through it that there's nothing that seems
insidious.
It looks like it's the actual Words of Radiance of Palor. Gwyn, however, picks up some subtext and subtleties in the emphasis of certain phrases that suggest that it's very carefully. It doesn't come right out and say that noble races are superior, but the way that whenever there's a passage that includes both the noble races and the beast folk, that beast folk are
painted in a lesser light.
Yeah, made to look primitive and crude and less intelligent.
I'm gonna fucking rewrite
and lost.
This stuff.
Sorry?
I'm gonna rewrite this stuff.
Give me an hour, I can do it.
Give you an hour?
Yeah, to change my Phantom Rogue ability. I could swap out
Very cool.
my temporary proficiency with either another proficiency or a tool proficiency.
Nice.
Forgers.
Have you guys all watched Firefly when it was running?
No, I did not.
There's a scene where River, this girl who's a little bit crazy, takes Shepherd Book's Bible and starts making corrections and tearing pages up. And when he catches her, she says, "I'm fixing it. It's full of inaccuracies." It's just great. But anyway,
That's,
Ooh.
I suspect, given we spent half a day,
yeah, it's getting close to, especially if you've spent a long time studying books and
Yeah.
noticing the differences. It's probably getting close to another long rest time. What?
On my way past the high priest, I'm going to ask a question that's going to seem like it comes out of nowhere, probably. But have you had any reports of unusually high undead activity?
Unusually high? No.
Okay. Thank you for the information.
What were you going ooh about, Curie?
I'm thinking I could, with the rogue's help, start rewriting the books of Palor to the actual Radiance ones.
To the original?
To the original ones.
Or to what you assume is the original, i.e. your copy.
Yeah. And
Am I right in assuming that the books of Palor were also printed by?
Wormsbane?
Yeah, this particular run of the Words of Radiance was published by the Wormsbane Press. Yep, the Dragon Slayers.
Could we
Dear God.
reverse the logo?
Sorry?
If we reverse the logo,
Reverse the logo so that the dragon is looming over the injured knight.
no. Just think so. They think it's still the same group. It's just like a misprint.
Huh.
So they don't suspect that it's a whole new book.
Well, I think we're just gonna have to take a trip to the publishing house and see what kind of mischief we can cause there.
Mm-hmm.
I
Dear
need
gods.
to plot.
Sorry, what?
I need.
She needs to plot.
You need to plot. Then, sit in your cell and plot, by all means.
And try and figure out a way to change their minds.
Well,
Perhaps
if all the beast folk up and left and they had to cope without them, maybe that would make them change their minds. Who knows?
words, certain actions, we know how it should work. Now, whether or not it actually would work is another story. Because we can't figure out how to do it in the real world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Racism is still a problem. It has not yet been resolved.
Yeah.
It's even stupider in the real world because, we're all human.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Alright.
Yeah.
So we'll see Rollish next week. We are starting a revolution.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I
So,
called dibs on the drow.
you're calling dibs on the drow? You want to lead the drow?
Yeah. Gwen has a family house to restore.
Yes. Indeed, a family to restore the power.
Vive la revolution.
Yes. Okay. Sorry?
As long as we do it within certain guidelines, so that I don't.
So, yes, it doesn't break your oath.
Yeah, just don't worry. I'm not planning on doing Red Room. Or,
The
Is
Red
it
Wedding?
Red Room or the Red Party?
Red Wedding?
Yeah, the Red Wedding.
Haha!
Yeah, we're not going to genocide them. We're going to.
Well, if we can,
change their minds.
if we can prove that they're evil enough or whatever, killing people is not against my thing. It's I have to actually find it because it's not listed anywhere on the damn character sheet. But the tenets of the oath.
What's your oath again?
I'm oath of devotion.
Devotion. Okay, so your tenets are honesty. Don't lie or cheat. Let your word be your promise. It's strange that your deception is so high. Courage. Never fear.
Because
Go on.
deception's high because I have 20 charisma and I'm part bard, so I get
Yeah.
jack of all trades. That's the only reason.
Courage. Never fear to act, though caution is wise. Compassion. Aid others. Protect the weak, and punish those who threaten them. Show mercy to your foes, but temper it with wisdom. Honor. Treat others with fairness, and let your honorable deeds be an example to them. Do as much good as possible while causing the least amount of harm. And finally, duty. Be responsible for your actions and their consequences. Protect those entrusted to your care, and obey those who have just authority over you.
Don't think the guards technically had just authority. They kind of do, but they kind of did because that's kind of a gray one. But most of the rest of it,
You have decided that they were not justified, and therefore you were opposing them. Yes.
and we didn't fight them in a big open public space and
No,
all that other stuff.
You didn't even
So far-
injure them directly.
Yeah, so far it's pretty good.
Was that supposed to be revolution, Quinn?
Yes.
Okay. Because it says revaluation, which is,
Well, we're going to make them reevaluate their lives.
This is true. You are going to make them reevaluate their lives and their decisions.
I'll fix that.
No,
That's
fine.
amazing.
I like it.
It's fine. Wow. Dear God.
So that feels to me like a good place to put a pin in it for now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to ask a stupid question, but what is the next time we're going to level up?
How long has it been?
It feels like it's been.
Didn't you I thought I was going to level you up when you finished the Tarrasque.
Because you never gave us a level for finishing the Tarrasque.
Oh, okay.
Tarrasque.
Then go ahead and level up.
Yeah,
Level
no one actually
20.
last week if we had one, and yeah, that felt like it probably should have been because after we dealt with winged angel or winged elf boy and a Tarrasque in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that should have been your level up. Yeah. So sorry that I missed it. You can level up.
No,
now.
Okay.
it's
Level
fine.
20.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Level 20.
Indeed.
Level 20.
Cool.
All right.
All right. So yeah, get your characters level up, and yeah. I hope you guys listening have enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed playing. And you should join our community. We got a link in the description below to our Games and Geekery Discord server. It's a lot of fun, and we play games. And there's a couple of slots. Well, there's a slot open in this game, if you'd like to join this one. And I've
Be
also
part of the revolution.
be part of the revolution. Viva la revolution! Stand up for beast folk rights, and don't worry, we don't stop at level 20. We're going to keep going. I have homebrew rules that keep us going. And yeah, there's other games, and there's One Shot Fridays now, and a website where you can support the roleplay project and various other things that I'm doing, and buy merch. There's a link to that too in the description. So yeah, enjoy all that and help us reach a wider audience by liking, sharing, commenting, all of that good stuff. And in the meantime, no matter what role you play,